Well, first graders, we're gonna keep working on your monsters today. The first job is gonna be to glue your head on. You can decide if you're gonna glue it on with it being this way, which would be kind of like a strong monster, or if you wanna turn it around and have it be more of a round monster. I think I'm gonna go with this, so I'm gonna just take it, slide the body underneath the head, take my pencil, and I'm going to trace this so I know where to put the glue. Have it go down enough, like you wouldn't want it just on here just like a little bit, because otherwise you're not gonna end up having enough space to glue it and it might come off. So trace that line tells me where the glue needs to stop. So I'm gonna put the glue right here, right down to that pencil line, and then I'm gonna take the head and I'm gonna put it on top. You could put it on there straight. You could turn it a little bit. Sometimes I think that's kind of fun. Like he's asking a question or something. So press that down, and then I can flip it over and just press the back to make sure that this is on here and I don't smear my colors on the front. So flip it over, rub your hand on the back, and then when I'm done with that, I'm gonna put on the arms and the legs. So you could have your arms down, you could have them up, one down. I think I'm gonna put mine up, and so I'm gonna slide them underneath. I'm gonna take my pencil, just like I did with the head, and I'm gonna trace this, and while this one's here, I might as well trace that one too. That's gonna let me know right here where to put the glue, so that pencil line shows where the glue goes. So I'll take that, I'll put glue here. Please do not put glue all over it. And I'm gonna slide it back under, and I'm gonna line it up. And that's where that one's gonna go. This one already had my pencil line on here, so we'll glue that, slide that one back under there. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to flip it over and just press the back. Once you have that done, you can get your legs on there. So here I'm going to take it and I already drew on these just to make this example go faster. Yours will just be like this, but I already put my pattern on so I can just show you on the top. But you can slide these underneath and they could be like way out. You could have them together. You could have it be like it's jumping or kicking, but you just slide them under. I think I'm gonna have mine more together. I'm gonna slide them underneath. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did before. I'm just gonna take my pencil, I'm gonna trace it. We'll do this one and trace it. That'll let me know where my glue goes. Slide those out. It's a little hard to see that pencil line since I already drew the pattern on these, but yours will be much easier to see. I'm gonna slide that under, do this one. Please don't forget to take it and just flip it over and rub your hand on the back to get those to stick. When that's done, then we're going to do the hands and the feet. So I'll just move this over a minute and draw a hand on here. This is gonna be my paper, and I've already folded it for you. So leave it folded so you end up with two of these. I'm gonna take my hand. My hand's pretty big. Your hand will fit on here a lot easier. So I'm gonna just make sure it fits. So trace your fingers, keep your fingers still. You don't want your fingers really close together because then you won't be able to trace it. So keep your fingers spread out a little bit, go around every finger. And then here, I've gotta kinda go around to make the last part of my hand. Once you have that done, take your scissors, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna carefully cut this out. I would like you to cut as close to that pencil line as you can, working your way around. You can see as I get to the end, I just turn the paper a little bit. I've also had students who have been very successful in taking it, instead of coming down here and having to turn the scissors, like instead of turning it like this, which is kind of tricky for some kids, they just take it I'm gonna cut this way down to the end, and then that part will just come off. So you can decide what's gonna be best and easiest for you with cutting out the hand. One thing I like to do is, if I have any pencil line that's still on it, that's gonna be the back. So I'm gonna flip it over, and that's gonna be the back of the hand, so then I don't have any pencil on the top. So here, you can see I still have some pencil line. Instead of spending time erasing that, I'm just gonna flip it over, so then this is the good side, so you don't end up seeing any of the pencil. When you have the hands done, then you can do the same thing for the feet. It's kind of fun to just trace your hand again, and then it would look a little bit more like a monkey. Sometimes people want it to look more like a foot, so then just tuck your finger in when you do this, and then you can take it and just go around 4 fingers instead of tracing your whole hand. And then when I get that done, then I would just loop it around and I would cut that out. Now I've already cut mine out, so these ones are already cut out and ready to go. So I'm gonna move my monster back over, and once I have these done, then I'm gonna put the hands on. So I'm gonna take these and we'll put them over top of these a little bit, like this. And I'm gonna take it and take my pencil. So the hands are gonna go on top. I've had some students where they take them and they put them underneath. So are they gonna go underneath or on top? And the answer is on top. Don't squish them too close, because then you won't have room for a pattern. So I'm gonna take that and I'm just gonna trace it. We already know this side had some pencil marks on it right here, so I'm gonna flip that over so we don't see those. And then I'm gonna trace this, and then that shows that line where this glue goes. So I'm gonna put my glue on here. We'll take this hand and we'll put it on top. Press that on there good. We'll move this one over. We'll put the glue on here. And then we'll put this on top of that. Once that's done, I'm gonna move it up so you can see my feet. You can do your feet a lot of different ways, but sometimes I'll have them be, you could do it standing, you could flip it over, and as long as there's not pencil on that side, you could have it be walking, you could have them be jumping. I think I want mine to be standing, so I'm gonna move him over like this, put those on top. Then I'm gonna take this and we'll trace it, so I know where the glue goes. We'll do the same thing here. Trace this. They're on top. And then I'm just gonna put my glue right in that spot. Once your glue is on there good, take that. Just slide that over a little bit. Press those on good. Do this one, do the same thing. Glue that really good. And then put these on. The next part is to put your nails on. So I will give you a marker as long as you put your scraps, you threw your scraps away. I'll move this down so I can do the hands. So toss out your scraps, turn down your glue, twist your cap on, and here I'm gonna work on doing the nails. I'll give you a marker and you can take it, and there's a lot of ways that you can do it. Sometimes people use a round line. I kind of have to keep it from bending, and then I put a line in it. So kind of like an oval with a line. Sometimes people do a triangle, and I'll do an example on the bottom of that. I also like to have lines where maybe the fingers bend. And maybe even like a line for a wrist or something. And then I would do the same thing over here and just make those match. Please remember that we're not just drawing all over the hands. You can just leave them as they are. So, and then put some lines where the fingers might bend. And I'm gonna do a line for a wrist. if you're doing the feet, I'm just gonna do 1 foot to make this go a little bit faster, but here I'm gonna do triangle nails on this guy to make him look a little more pointy. And then once that's done, I'll put lines here too. And I do like to do like a line for an ankle. If that's all done, then you can do one more thing. I've already done it here. Pick 2 colors you like. So I chose, actually, I chose blue and black. And you would take this, and I'm going to put a pattern on the arms and legs. So I've got dotted lines, and take your time, make this nice and neat. And then I've got straight, and then I'm gonna have dotted. I'm gonna make all of them match. So here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do dotted here. I've got 3 dots on that one, so this one's getting 3. And then I've got straight. And this one, it looks like I might not be able to fit one of my dots on here because the hand is right there, so I'll just put a dot right here. Maybe I'll put half a dot, okay? Then, if you get the arms done, please make your legs match, which I did. And the last part would be to pick a color next to it on the color wheel. Purple is next to blue, so that's how I ended up picking purple and blue, but you could do 2 different blues if you wanted to, And so while I have that purple in my hand, I might as well do that over here on this side. Black really will go with anything that's dark, but I chose to do gray for mine. So then I've got black with a gray circle around it. Anything that you don't get done today, we'll finish next week, and we'll write a story about it too. So please don't think you have to rush. We'll continue with any of these ideas next time. So let's have fun working on our monsters.